chosen ones, empaths. Narcissists are haunted from their past. You see, and what I mean by haunted from their past is we was once the new supply, unless we was their first partner. But more than likely, they've had previous supply before us. So at one point, we was the new supply. We have to admit that. We was the naive new supply that was repairing the wounds, helping the person, not realizing that this person has evil intentions for us, right? But they were preoccupied with thinking, because they rush into new relationships, because they don't take their time, because they don't heal. They heal through people. You know, it's just another body to them, right? And they jump to this body. It's just another body to them. They don't, in fact, heal first. This is the only coping strategy that the narcissist does. So all of their hurt, upset, bitterness, twistedness, they bring into the new relationship, demanding that you don't, and they may even manipulate and lie a bit as well, but like they'll make out that their previous situation was so devastating and whatnot, and then you need to fit that bill. So then you start trying to provide emotional band-aids and emotional healing to someone that may have actually been the aggressor and may have been the perpetrator, like the bad person in the relationship. It's not all the time that they are actually victims of abuse, you see. They take you for granted. They take you for granted. They feel like, I've lied to you, I've manipulated you, I've made you my target, you know. But they're still preoccupied with thinking about their ex, and they're talking about their ex, and they're saying things to us like, oh, the ex done this to me, and the ex done that to me, and the ex done this to me, right? And this is because they're not fully healed from the ex. It's not that the ex was better than you. It's not that the ex is, you know, as an empath, right? It's not that the ex is better than you. You know, it's not that the ex is worse. Say it was just for the video's sake. Just say their ex was an empath as well, right? It's not that there's any comparison, or you're better than and you're not. It's actually the fact, in the delusional mind of the narcissist, they're trying to heal their pain. Their pain could have been based on nothing. You know what I'm saying? They get injuries off some crazy reasons, stuff like this. They're trying to heal their pain through you. You are a vessel to heal that pain. That's why they're coming to you. And they're haunted by their past, right? So this happens. The relationship plays out of us. Eventually we see the unmasking. Then we realize they're narcissists. Then we might awaken to see narcissists everywhere. Stuff like this. But the narcissists will go on with their lives after us. And then this is what I'm saying. Then we become the re-idolized supply again when they move forward. But they're probably still checking on social media at their ex, you know? And they're probably still checking on social media about you. And all their other minions and whatever they scope on and they don't let go of, you know? They spy on and whatnot. And this is because the narcissist never truly moves on. They're stuck. They're stuck way back in the beginning, from whenever their first relationship took place. They're stuck way back there. The hurt that hurt them there. The hurt, the problems the things that they never healed from then carry on into the future, right? And this is why I always emphasize on healing. No matter, look, we could have gone from relationship to relationship to relationship. Even an empath needs to heal, but narcissists just won't. You know, narcissists just won't. And also, I will mention this as well, just for the video's sake, and I probably should have mentioned it earlier. It's quite capable for an empath to find themselves going from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. Maybe even in a codependency fashion. Right? And they don't break that cycle. So it can be destructive for an empath too. But narcissists will never and will never, like you're hearing this video now, so you might have gone from relationship to relationship to relationship. But like, if you might hear me out now and you might say, you know what, this makes a lot of sense, you know, and I do need to take some time out and I do need to just focus on myself, you know. And if in 6 months' time or a few months' time, I feel better and rejuvenated and stuff like that, then maybe it's okay for me to engage in a relationship. But maybe some of you might need to take a year or 2 years. You know, you might need to take longer. You might need to take shorter. The time period doesn't matter. The time length doesn't matter. All I say is abstaining, taking time away from relationships is the key recipe, I believe, to having successful relationships in the future and to know what a successful relationship entails, right? The narcissist never gets to this way of thinking. And also, neither does the codependent empath who continues to circulate from relationship to relationship to relationship. It's not our fault, right? Because we get made into codependence and we feel like we need someone to suffice our life, like to make our existence worthy. We can feel like that. I've been in that entrapment of mind. I've been there. After the narcissist, I met 3 different people, and I'm telling you, I didn't go too far in these relationships with these people because I noticed red flags along the journey with each and every single one of them. And I wasn't even awakened properly to narcissistic abuse, but I saw telltale signs of just bad nature in these individuals. And this is what we can find ourselves circulating in. But this is the same thing. Think about it. If we can go out there and we can meet bad people, then the narcissist can go out there and they meet bad people too. They often victimize themselves in relationships and make out their exes very aggressive and stuff like that. But it is quite possible that they have run into toxic exes. It's plausible, right? There is, you know, no good people out there, so it's highly likely that they have run into these bad people. But it's also likely as well that they in situations where the ex wasn't so bad, they've escalated it more and they've made out that it was worse than it actually was. But what all this video that I'm trying to point out to you is, right, they don't truly ever heal and truly move on. You know, they can be with you looking you dead in the eyes, but they're a million miles away. They're a million miles away. They're detached. They're not attached to you. You are just a vessel to heal through. You are someone to fulfill all their emotional, physical, and spiritual needs. And that's your purpose, and that's your duty, and that's what you will do. Until the next person, until they're sick of you, and then they go to someone else. And then they realize what you're worth. They're backwards thinking. It takes them to lose someone in life, probably in the most crazy circumstances as well. These breakups happen. You know, it's never civil, is it? It's never like, oh, we should go separate ways. And it's hardly ever like that. It's always chaos and whatnot. And they burn these bridges with us, these individuals and other individuals, and they're caught up on them. And this is another reason why they never truly move on. Because they leave situations with a bad energy. They leave situations in a bad fashion, not in a good light, you know? So they're attracting darkness, they're moving with darkness. They're not trying to do what's good for themselves, you know? Having too many partners in one lifetime can lead to a lot of issues, even for a non-narcissistic person. So I'm telling you, a narcissistic person has had a long history of partners. It's not good for them. It's proven that having, I can't remember the number, but having more than a certain number of partners. Sorry. Having more partners compared to relationships where they've just had one partner, the divorce rate increases by a lot. So it's like, this is what I'm saying. So like, the real logic comes down to like, if you're in a relationship with someone for a period of time, right, and you are madly in love and you try your best and it ends for whichever way, for whatever reason it ends. If you just meet someone new again and you go into that relationship, you're not truly healed from your past. It doesn't make sense. You need to heal from your past. And as I said to you, this is what I'm saying. Like we can fall into, like, we're able to appreciate someone and stuff like this, have empathy for someone, stuff like this, but the narcissist can't do this. But I'm trying to say that we can fall into these cycles as well. We can fall into these cycles as well. And if you just see how it is, you know, I always emphasize this. I always emphasize to take time out. It's the most crucial ingredient. Because when someone new comes along, right, and you've actually taken time out to heal, to think to yourself, like, I don't want them. So it's not like you're going into a relationship feeling like a reject from your last relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you got discarded, it's not like you're going into a relationship feeling like a reject from your ex. Feeling like your ex done you dirty. You've actually, like, if you've done enough research online, you've read books or whatever, and you've discovered, hold on a minute, you know what the narcissist is about. You've worked out what the narcissist is about. You've worked out what they're doing. You worked out why it happened. You've worked out these things. You've healed yourself. You realize you are worth a lot more. You know your value. You know you're not a reject. You know that this narcissist is ill. Like, you've studied, you know, you've done your inner work. So therefore, when you meet someone good and kind-hearted and honest and true, then you can appreciate them for everything that they are, and you can engage with that relationship fully. And this can even be in non-romantic sense as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been in narcissistic abusive relationships, in friendships, in relationships, it's hard for you to give your all to someone new, even in a friendship circle. It's hard for you to give your all to someone new. And it's hard for you to give your all to someone new in a romantic setting as well. And I know I've gone off topic here in the video, because the video is about what the narcissist never truly moves on. But the problem is we fall into this in some degree too. Maybe not as bad as the narcissist. Maybe not as bad as the narcissist, yeah. But we do fall into this pattern of feeling like we need to feel validated. We need to be with a romantic partner, or we need to be around a friendship circle group. We need to be in these toxic environments, or we need to be around these people. And it's like we never truly find our real divine counterpart. Someone who we're destined to be with, you know? Because when you're, by taking time out and truly aligning with God and the universe, truly aligning with that, focusing on what's important in your life, realizing that a relationship is not the most important thing that has to happen in the world. Neither is a friendship. It's not the most important thing, right? And knowing that you've already endured friendship circles, abusive friendship circles, and also endured abusive relationships, then it's time to focus on yourself first for however long it takes you to say that I'm ready. You see what I mean? Like, for me, I've taken longer than most people, but now I enjoy my time. Now I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy all of that. And when the time's right, I will meet someone. But I need to focus on my purpose, and I need to focus on my meaning right now. But this is like, I could move on now, I think I'm ready to move on. I think I've healed enough to move on. I don't have any trauma as such. One thing that I told you in my other videos that I suffer from is I suffer with trust. But that's why people need to earn your trust. This, like, taking time away from relationships gives you the discernment you need to recognize a real relationship and recognize a true person. It gives you the discernment to understand that. So just realize that the narcissist is not collecting no nuggets of wisdom. They're not taking time out. They're not trying to heal. You can go from relationship to relationship as an empath, and you can still learn lessons, Narcissists ain't collecting no nuggets of wisdom, period. They're just going to another vessel, to another vessel, to another vessel to try and heal their pain through that person. But just don't get caught up in the same cycle that the narcissist does, in terms of not healing first and then going with someone. How can you give yourself your all if you haven't let go of your past? It don't make sense. You have to let go of your past, of old attachments, all of that, to truly fundamentally be able to be in a reciprocal loving relationship. And this is why, like, when we deal with narcissists, it's like dealing with a wild animal. Like, they've got so much baggage and so much past demons and so much soul ties that you can't communicate with the narcissist. You just can't. You can't. And this is what I said to you before as well. Even us as empaths, if we're not healed and we go with a loving, kind, honest person and we're not healed, we can potentially destroy a loving, kind, and honest person by us not being healed enough. And that's why we have to prioritize ourselves and the importance of healing before partaking in a relationship again. Even a friendship. Not being healed enough, and you even have just a friendship, it can still be devastating for that party involved, right? As a relationship, it can be devastating for that party involved as well, if we're not healed enough. We need to resolve our trauma. We need to resolve our pain. And I know I've gone off topic from the video subject of the narcissist never truly moves on. But this is what the narcissist never does truly move on. They are so preoccupied with their past. They're so preoccupied with unresolved issues within them that they never truly engage in their current time. They never truly engage in the current time or the person they're with. You know, as I said many times before, when a narcissist loses an empath, they'll be out there looking for you through a whole range of people. And they'll be searching for you, trying to find you in different people. They're trying to find you in a narcissist, a psychopath, sociopath. They'll be trying to find you in all sorts of different types of people. They might even say they run into another empath. They wouldn't even appreciate the other empath because they're still caught up on you. So anyway, look, just understand that the narcissist never truly moves on. You can also, as empaths, just a quick recap, you can also fall into a bad cycle of going to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship without fully trying to heal. And understand you don't need someone to feel sufficed in life. You don't need someone. We're born in this world alone. We die alone. You do not need someone in your life to actually be the whole meaning of your life. Yes, we all desire to find someone, but we don't need someone at every given moment. You know, we can take a period of time before we find that person and actually choose what's right for us and be in the right mind state and say, this is what I want, before making those decisions. Just take some time out, because we don't want to fall into a bad pattern of behavior. Being codependent, we don't need to be codependent. When you break codependency as an empath, you rise above and you ascend. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.